Alright, what is up YouTube? The name's Second Heat, bringing you guys a potentially long video. What I want to do today, since I'm going to be having a long drive to my school to do some shit, I decided I want to give you guys a discussion on my plans for this car. Now I'm going to go over both my short-term plans, which I'm going to say would be like in the next 3 years, and then of course long-term, which obviously would be much longer than 3 years. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so this video does turn out to be a bit longer than expected, and this will be a two-part video. First part being short-term, second part being long-term. But let's start off with the short-term plans. Now, if you haven't seen my mod list I want to do for 2017, I'll just give you guys a quick little overview. Pretty much what I still have left for this year that one is the short ram air intake, the Road Race Motorsports header and downpipe. I want to get the Road Race Motorsports timing box, and I also want to get the Road Race Motorsports pulley. I believe that's everything else that I have left to do. Originally, I wanted to get the short ram air intake like a few weeks ago, but recently with work, I haven't been getting as many hours, so since I haven't been getting paid as much, I've been having to push back a lot of my plans. But I am trying to find at least a second job so I can at least have more money to spend. But until then, for now, everything's just going to be pushed back a little bit. Now, as for next year, pretty much 2017 was going to be more of a performance build year, even though a lot of the mods I've done so far have been more visual, like the all-fit lib. I've done a lot of decals, but I've also done the catback exhaust and the strut bar. However, for 2018, I want that to be more of a visual modding year. Now, it's not going to be much that I'm going to be doing for that year, because all the plans I have are going to be quite expensive. Pretty much, I really want to get all my carbon fiber stuff done. What I mean by this, I want to get a VIS carbon fiber hood and trunk, and the reason why I want to go VIS is because, sorry, I might also be a little sick, is because while I was pretty much on the forums, which the forum I like to go on is, I believe it's called Evolution M. I go on that forum a lot, and in the Ralliart section, a lot of people, sorry, that's my phone, a lot of people who rock a VIS hood, I've noticed the hood comes with a little vent section. And this is actually why I also don't mind going short ram rather than cold air, because the VIS hood comes with a little vent section that will still bring air in to the short ram. So I thought, you know, even though the short ram might not be as great as the cold air, at least later on I'm going to do something to help make it better, to help, you know, make it at least maybe not as well, but a little bit more better than what it originally would be. Because unfortunately the short ram air intakes, at least for this car, they don't come with any kind of heat shields or anything, so unfortunately it's just going to be a little somewhat pointless air intake, at least until I get the carbon fiber hood. So in a way, it's kind of like an investment for something greater. Now, I also want to get the carbon fiber trunk because one can never have too much carbon fiber, and I think from the looks that I've seen, the Lancer Ralliart with both a carbon fiber hood and trunk looks hella lit. Now, another appearance I want to do for this car, but I doubt will happen next year, is I actually really want to get a big wing. Most likely gonna go for a Voltex, and this is kind of a long-term plan, but since I'm talking about visuals, I might as well discuss about this now. But the reason why I want the Voltex wing is because I've seen a lot of different Ralliart builds on YouTube that have this wing, and I think the car looks so sexy with it. Now, I know a lot of people might say that adding a big wing to at least your daily, especially some people might say like to a front-wheel drive car, is rather pointless. But I'm the kind of person that isn't all about, you know, trying to have the fastest race car out there, you know. I've always enjoyed the feeling of trying to make your car look unique and just being different from the crowd, which a lot of people who own Ralliarts go with the Evo spoiler. Now, because of how much a Voltex wing is, or just carbon fiber wings period, because of how expensive they are, maybe I might just get the Evo, I believe it's either the Evo 8 or Evo 9 spoiler. But if I can, I don't have any problem just going wingless once I get the carbon fiber trunk, and just save all the way up to where I can actually get my Voltex wing. Because when you guys see it, and if you want, you guys can pretty much just look up, type in like CS3 Mitsubishi Lancers, and you'll see a few builds where people are rocking Voltex style wings. And again, in my honest opinion, those look hella sexy on the Ralliarts. Some people might disagree and say that that's just a Ricer thing, or there's no function to it. But to be honest, it's not always about, you know, having the fastest race car or trying to make like the fastest lap times and stuff like that. Sometimes I do things for the looks alone. I mean, that's why I have the all-fit lip. That's why I do decals, because I want my car to stand out. I don't want my car to look plain boring. So, going back to the short terms, and well, 2018 is gonna be a little controversial between my Ricerness and my cuz race car-ness, because speaking of Ricer things, I really want underglow for my car. Now, I've been leaning more toward green lighting underglow, but as far as what I will officially go with, it's still up in the air. But I think this car having like a dark gray-ish look with green underglow would look pretty nice. And again, this just goes back to what I was saying about the wing. I don't always care about having like the fastest looking race cars. Sometimes I want to just like stand out visually. And I've always, back in the underground days and the early Fast and Furious era, I've always loved underglow. Even though it's not really much of a style anymore, and a lot of people tend to say that it's a Ricer thing to do, there are still a few that I have seen that have rocked underglow, and to me, that little Ricer mod will always have a special place in my heart. So again, if you don't like the fact that I want to underglow my car, just get a Ralliart yourself and do what you want. Again, this is my build, and if I choose to do underglow or put like a big wing on my car, then if you don't support me, there are a whole bunch of other people you can go out there and follow. But if you do like the idea, then thanks. So outside of underglow, I don't believe there's much else really for 2018, because the carbon fiber materials, at least for the hood and trunk, that I can definitely see myself getting for next year, they're both gonna cost me a lot of money. I believe the hood is probably around 800. These are all just like rough estimates in my head, and this is all without shipping. So I could be looking to spending around maybe 900 on the hood, which I'm most likely gonna go for first. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm most likely gonna go for the carbon fiber hood first, just so it helps out my short ram air intake. And Audio-Technica. And then I'm going to go for the trunk, which is gonna be a little cheaper, but I think it will cost me like high 600s, low 700s. Again, I can't remember, it's been a while since I looked at the prices, but that is around the pricing area for the VIS carbon fiber stuff. The neon, however, shouldn't be costing me that much. Whether I'm going to install it on my own or probably just go to a shop and they can install it for me, because I have no idea what I'll be dealing with electrical wiring and stuff like that, well, that's up to next year. Again, I still have a lot of time for that. Now, the following year, for 2019, is pretty much going to deal with like the rest of the basic stuff that I want to do, such as rims and tires, which for the longest time I have like not officially known what I want. I'm still up there on getting either NS 1507 rims, I believe that's what it was called, which are probably like the cheapest rims I could possibly want. Each of the rims, because I wanted to get like 17-inch rims, a little bit wider rims as well. The NS 1507s on Car ID, I believe it's like 100 each for each rim, and I also want to do like a rim and tire setup, so I'm going to be spending like a lot of money in the end. But if I want to get the NS rims along with the tire setup that I've already made my decision on, I believe I'm going to get the like a Nito set of rims. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I do know it is from Nito. So getting that will cost me, sorry, I'm sniffing like crazy. That will cost me under 900. I believe it was like somewhere like mid 800s. But if I don't go for that, like that's the cheapest option I want to go for now. Another set of rims I want to get are the NKJ10s, and the reason for that is because ever since I had my first car, which was the 2008 Mitsubishi Eclipse, I've always had a thing for the J10s. Ever since I was looking for rims I wanted to do for the Eclipse, which unfortunately I never got to do because of an unexpected wreck I got into, I've always just wanted to have NKJ10s. I always thought they looked hella nice. They were very reasonable. They're in like the very low hundreds, so they'll be reasonably priced for the kind of money that I make. And then putting on a set of tires as well, I think I will still be under the 1,000 price range. I was also thinking about getting NK EV5s, but that's just going to be a little bit more expensive. That's around $150 per each rim. And recently, although I did have a thing for it in the past, recently I've slowly kind of not cared for it as much anymore. So that's still in my mind, getting the EV5s, but if I choose not to get it, well, I'm not going to be complaining. Another set of rims that I had in mind were the NK Lusos. As you can see, I really love NK rims. And the Lusos I really want to get as well. I think I might get the Lusos, but those are going to be like the most expensive out of all the rim choices that I have. The NK Lusos that I want, which are going to be the black rims, are going to be like 160 per each rim. And then when I get the tires set up as well, I'm guaranteed spending over $1,000. Not high grand, but like maybe around 1,200, I believe. So again, 2019 is still a good ways from now. I'll definitely, Lord willing, will have a better job, so yeah, I can go. It's don't honk at me. I was confused. So hopefully by then, Lord willing, I'll have a much better job and we'll be able to actually afford the NK Lusos a lot more, not to like break my bank for it. But again, whatever rim choice I go with is still up in the air. I want you guys to let me know or give me any other recommendations that you guys might have for the Lancer Ralliart. You know, what kind of rims you want me to go for. I would go for NK RPF ones, but the smallest rim size you can go for, which I believe are like 15-inch, are like $215. And fuck no, I'm not paying for that price, at least with the money I make. That's pretty much not even possible for the money that I make. I work a minimum wage job. I barely get that many hours at the moment. So Will I ever buy NK RPF ones? At the time being, fuck no. Do they look good on the Ralliarts? They look good on pretty much every car you put them on. That's why pretty much everybody and their mother rocks NK RPF ones. But to be honest, that being said, that's kind of another reason why I don't want to go with them, because of the fact that literally everybody rocks RPF ones. It's almost like NK doesn't make anything else. Like, if anyone says like, oh yeah, I'm rocking NK rims, 9.5 out of 10 times it's gonna be RPF ones. Like, every time I'm on Instagram and I see any car, they're most likely rocking RPF ones. And they're so mainstream that as much as I like the look of the rims, I kind of don't want to get it, because literally everybody else has them. Like, there are thousands of rims out there in the world, and everyone goes to RPF ones that are Volk TE37s. But oh my gosh, like, to the people that afford that, you have plenty of other things that you could be spending your money on. Like, shit. I probably would never buy Volk racing rims or anything that is just like so up there in price that it's like, what's the fucking point? There are hundreds of rims that have some like visual equivalent to those, but everyone loves Volk racings. I still love Volk racing. It's like Volks are kind of like the Jordans of the shoe world. Like, they're so up there in price, but everybody wants them, everybody's rocking them, because, well, I'm pretty sure they're like one of the best rims you could possibly get. But for short term wise, oh wait, and I also forgot before I finish that off, for the coilovers, okay, I think the camera kind of like ended my recording. Luckily I was able to hear it. But I was about to talk about suspension. For coilovers, I don't plan on slamming this car. The height of this, I believe this thing is like crooked. I am so sorry, but I'm also on the road, so maybe like slap my head like a little bit so it looks normal. But when it comes to coilovers, I don't plan on slamming the car. I don't want to live that like stance life, but I don't mind going like a couple inches lower. Like, when you look at the Ralliarts, because I believe out of factory they already came lower than what a regular Lancer would. There's really not much room left that I have to sensibly drop the car. If I do get coilovers, I want to get BC Racing coilovers, because I hear nothing but good things about BC Racing. I follow Adam LZ a lot, and he loves running BCs along with all of his buds. So I'll most likely be running BC Racing coilovers. They have a lot of adjustment that I can do to them. They're just under $1,000. So 2019, I think that'll be pretty good for me to get. But yeah, when I do get them, I'm not gonna slam it that much. If anything, it's just gonna be going down like an inch lower. But I do plan on getting my rims and tires before coilovers, because I don't want to make that mistake that a lot of people like to do, and that slam their car and then get their wheels set up and then come to find out that, oh shit, I need to do a lot of suspension tuning just so my tires can like fit within the car, because I probably slammed the car too much, or, you know, there's not enough, you know, there's just a lot of tire rubbing. I don't want to do that mistake. And since my car is already low, it's not slammed, but since it is low, and such as the all-fit universal lift that I have, makes it look even lower. It gives that nice little illusion. I'm just gonna go with the rims and tire first, and then after that I'll get the coilovers, so I can do like the whole setup itself all at once, and I have to get the suspension, lower my car, and then get the wheels and tires and be like, oh frick, I might have to raise my car up and all that stuff. I don't want to have to deal with all that bullshit. So that's pretty much my short-term plans for my Lancer Ralliarts. I'm not going to try to sum it all up because I'll probably go on a nice little ramble again, and something looks to be going on in this certain area. I think they're doing like a little bit of construction right there. But yeah, short-term wise, that's pretty much it. At least the big things that I wanted to do. Now on to the long-term builds.
Make the ground shake.